The deployment of the amphibious assault ship Dixmude to the vast and strategically contested waters of the Indo-Pacific marks a defining chapter in the evolving maritime doctrine of France, signaling not only a demonstration of naval capability but a deliberate affirmation of political will, alliance building, and long-term strategic engagement in one of the most consequential regions of the 21st century. As global power competition intensifies across sea lanes that carry a significant portion of the world's trade and energy flows, the French Navy's decision to dispatch one of its most capable amphibious platforms reflects a multidimensional approach to regional security, humanitarian readiness, and defense diplomacy. The Indo-Pacific, stretching from the eastern shores of Africa to the western coasts of the Americas, has emerged as the geopolitical fulcrum of modern international relations, with rising military expenditures, contested maritime claims, and expanding naval presences defining its contemporary landscape. Within this environment, France's forward deployment underscores its identity not merely as a European power but as an Indo-Pacific nation with overseas territories, millions of citizens, and a vast exclusive economic zone embedded directly within the region. The Dixmude, a Mistral-class amphibious assault ship designed for expeditionary operations, humanitarian assistance, and joint force projection, embodies the versatility required for such a mission. Capable of carrying helicopters, landing craft, armored vehicles, and hundreds of troops, the vessel represents a floating command center and logistical hub, able to support amphibious landings, evacuation missions, disaster relief, and multinational exercises. Its presence in the Indo-Pacific therefore conveys more than symbolic reassurance. It introduces tangible operational capability into joint drills and maritime cooperation frameworks. By sailing thousands of nautical miles from its home port, the ship's deployment also demonstrates the endurance and logistical sophistication of the French Navy, which must coordinate replenishment, maintenance, and diplomatic clearances across a chain of partner nations. Each port call becomes an exercise in strategic communication, reinforcing bilateral defense ties while showcasing the interoperability of French forces with regional militaries. France's Indo-Pacific strategy has matured over recent years into a comprehensive policy framework that integrates defense, economic, and diplomatic tools. Unlike external actors newly orienting toward the region, France maintains permanent military bases in territories such as New Caledonia and French Polynesia, giving it a resident stake in stability and maritime governance. The deployment of the Dixmude therefore aligns with a long-standing commitment rather than a sudden pivot. Paris has consistently emphasized freedom of navigation, respect for international law, and the maintenance of open sea lines of communication, principles that resonate strongly in a region where territorial disputes and gray zone tactics have complicated the security calculus. By conducting joint exercises with partners ranging from Southeast Asia to the Indian Ocean, the French Navy seeks to reinforce a rules-based order while avoiding overt confrontation. The mission of the Dixmude is structured around a blend of operational training and strategic outreach. Amphibious drills with regional navies provide opportunities to rehearse humanitarian evacuation operations, amphibious landings, and disaster response coordination. Such scenarios hold particular relevance in a region frequently struck by typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis. France has previously demonstrated its ability to respond rapidly to humanitarian crises, and the presence of an amphibious assault ship enhances this capacity exponentially. Helicopters embarked aboard the vessel can deliver relief supplies to isolated areas, while medical facilities on board can treat casualties when local infrastructure is overwhelmed. Thus, while the deployment carries unmistakable strategic messaging, it also reinforces France's reputation as a provider of public goods in times of crisis. At the strategic level, the Indo-Pacific has become an arena of intensified naval competition, particularly amid the expanding maritime footprint of regional powers and the strengthening of multilateral security partnerships. France's approach, however, positions it as both a European and Indo-Pacific stakeholder, bridging transcontinental alliances. Cooperation with like-minded nations, whether through coordinated patrols, intelligence sharing, or combined exercises, enables Paris to amplify its influence without necessitating permanent force expansion. The Dixmude's voyage serves as a mobile platform for these engagements, hosting joint briefings, cross-deck helicopter operations, and professional exchanges that deepen trust among participating forces. In doing so, the ship becomes a catalyst for relationship building, embodying the French concept of strategic autonomy while aligning with broader coalition frameworks. The political dimension of the deployment cannot be overlooked. High-level French officials have articulated the Indo-Pacific as a priority theater, underscoring the importance of sovereignty, regional stability, and economic resilience. With global supply chains increasingly reliant on maritime corridors traversing the South China Sea and the Strait of Malacca, disruptions in these waterways carry worldwide repercussions. France's naval engagement therefore intersects with economic security considerations, reinforcing its commitment to uninterrupted trade flows. By demonstrating a capacity to operate far from European waters, the French Navy enhances deterrence credibility while reassuring partners that France's commitments extend beyond rhetoric. Operationally, the Dixmude's capabilities highlight the modernization of French amphibious forces. Equipped with advanced command and control systems, the ship can coordinate multinational task groups and serve as a flagship during complex operations. Its flight deck accommodates multiple helicopters simultaneously, facilitating vertical assault and logistics missions. The well deck allows for the launch and recovery of landing craft, expanding operational reach to littoral environments. These features are particularly relevant in the Indo-Pacific, where archipelagic geography and dispersed islands require flexible maritime platforms capable of operating across vast distances. The ship's deployment thus aligns technological capability with strategic intent. The diplomatic resonance of the mission is equally significant. Each engagement port symbolizes France's willingness to invest in regional partnerships, whether through training exchanges, defense dialogues, or cultural outreach. Sailors participating in the mission often engage in community events, strengthening people-to-people ties that underpin formal agreements. Such interactions reinforce France's image as a constructive partner committed to mutual respect and cooperation. Moreover, the presence of the Dixmude underscores the European Union's broader interest in the Indo-Pacific, complementing initiatives aimed at promoting sustainable development, maritime security, and climate resilience.